Hello, my name is Elda Rodriguez, and I am currently a student at Sam Houston State University, go Bearcats, and I'm majoring in EC36 bilingual. So the first question is, why do I want to be a year-long teacher candidate? And my response is that I am committed to gaining a comprehensive hands-on experience in a bilingual classroom setting. I believe that this will provide the opportunity for me to observe and learn on how an experienced mentor differentiates instruction and designs lesson plans to promote students' understanding in both Spanish and English. I also want to have more responsibilities in the classroom because I believe that it will strengthen my teaching skills and prepare me to manage my own classroom. I feel that this opportunity will also allow me to build on the confidence necessary to support the academic skills of my future superstars. And the second question is, describe a teaching strategy that you find effective and how would you use this in the classroom? So the one that I picked is differentiated instruction. I believe that this strategy supports all students regardless of comprehension level, and there's no surprise when somebody mentions the education gap between students based on economic status, geographic location, race, and more. I know firsthand, I grew up in a Hispanic household. We only spoke Spanish at home, and then I'd only speak English in the classroom after transitioning, and it was very hard at first. I definitely needed extra support, and I did receive that from my elementary school teachers, and I want to be that for my future students. And the way that I would use this in the classroom would be by using different learning styles like visual aids, read alouds, audiobooks, peer cooperation, and stuff like that. So it could be used as throughout the lesson or in stations. So like a lesson, I would do a read aloud to get the students hooked, then go into a video, maybe a song choice, and then an activity that requires them to share and cooperate with other students. Or you could do stations where you're working with a small group and watching them carefully to make sure that they're understanding and comprehending. And then there could be other stations that include like audiobooks and peer cooperation, stuff like that. And how would you create an engaging classroom environment to promote growth among all learners? I am very big in inclusivity and positivity. I don't believe in telling a student that they are wrong. I think there's a different way. I feel like that would create a negative relationship between a student and their education, and that's not what we are in school to do. And the way that I would do that is by enforcing a safe and positive environment, by not allowing students to comment on other students' perspectives or point of views, because I want them to all feel safe in sharing their understanding. And I feel like by doing that, other students will be able to grow from that. I did want to share with y'all, in field 2, I was observing a student who seemed that like he was struggling with his workbook while his classmates were working on their reading workbook, and I came up to him and he didn't want to share with me because I felt that he was scared that I would be upset that he wasn't working on it. But there's a difference between him not working on it because he's distracted and playing around, and not working on it because he doesn't understand. I feel like that's a big thing to remember. And I sat next to him and I helped him and I worked with him because he does struggle with his vowels, consonants, his phonics. So I knew that he did need extra support. So I sat with him and I wanted to make sure that he understood what the letter was, which was the S. I needed to know that he had letter recognition and concept of print, and he did. So once I realized that he did, I read the question, which was to circle all the words that start with the S. And he did one, and then I did a lap to let him finish, and I came back and he smiled at me. He was super excited, and that was a lot for me because he went from not wanting to show me his work and being scared to being super excited to share his work with me. And I cheered him on for that because it's those little successes that make a difference. And honestly, I feel like he realized that I was very happy for him, that he was happy for himself. And how do you envision your role as a year-long teacher candidate positively impacting the school community while also advancing your own teaching skills. I believe that a smile goes a long way. I absolutely cherish and love my time in the field. I walk in there and I feel like I belong. I'm always happy, smiling, saying hello, greeting everybody, even the kids that aren't in my classroom. I hug kids that aren't even in my class because they hug me. When I go into my classroom, I greet my mentors, I greet the students, I ask them how their day was, how was their weekend, just questions like that, and I'm always smiling and very happy, and they're always hugging me, and I honestly love it. I think that when you're smiling, you provide a welcoming environment, and you want to provide that for the students, because once they feel welcome, they're eager to learn and they want to be in the classroom, and that is our goal, is for them to want to learn. And you know, when you smile at a child, they feel respected, they feel seen, and they respect you back, and I feel like it's just a cycle. And how would this help me build my teaching skills? I feel like I said, it's a cycle. Students learn from me just like as I learn from my students. During observation, I'm building on what I am seeing and building on that to try and understand how I want to teach students. And I feel like that is how I would create a positive impact in my community. So thank you so much for watching.